All right, guys, let's find the solution using substitution. We have two equations. Up the top, we have 2x plus 5y equals 17, and down below, 3x plus 3y equals 12. Our outcome is to find the two unknown variables, and in order to find them, the x and y, we have two equations. So the first thing I want to do is mark up each equation and identify them as number 1 and 2. Okay, there's our two equations. Now our outcome when we're using substitution is to recognize and realize the difference between the variables, because that's what we want to find, the variables of x and y. So we want to find them. We also want to recognize what the coefficients of those variables are. So we got the variable of x, the coefficient is 3, variable of y, coefficient is 3, of this y, coefficient is 5, and here the coefficient of x is 2. Now why is the coefficient so important? When you're using substitution, you want to have a coefficient of 1 or even negative 1. Makes it easier to make it the subject. But here, as you can see, we don't have a coefficient of 1. We have a 3, a 2, and a 5. So because we don't have it, we've got to be resourceful. So I can see a pattern here. You see this one here down below, equation number 2, 3x plus 3y equals 12. I could divide throughout by 3. And if I do that, it'll make the coefficients here and here into 1, because 3 divided by 3 is 1. So why don't we take that equation and divide the whole thing by 3. So equation number 2, we're going to divide by 3. So let's divide all that by 3. So dividing by 3, we're going to end up with 3x divided by 3 is 1x. Plus 3y divided by 3, that's just y, and that equals 12 divided by 3, that's just 4. Okay, that's our new equation, x plus y equals 4. The good news is we got coefficients of 1 for the x and y. So let me mark that up as equation number 3. Now we can use substitution by choosing which particular variable we want to make into the subject. So we've got an x and a y. I think I like to make x the subject here and take the y and bring it over to that side. So we're going to make x the subject. So that means x equals, there's our equals there. I'm going to subtract y from both sides, minus y from there. So those y's cancel. 4 minus y is just 4 minus y. And I'll put parentheses here. So there we have our x variable, x equals 4 minus y. Now all we have to do is take that and substitute into equation number 1. So let me write that down. We're going to substitute it into equation number 1, which is right into there. So let's substitute into it. Now that x is going to replace the 2x here. See that x there? That x replaces it, and we're going to put in its place 4 minus y right there. So let's go ahead and copy equation number 1 now. So we've got 2, and the x is replaced by this. So we've got 4 minus y, close bracket. There we go, 2 times the x plus 5y. Just copy it down. 5y, just copy it, equals 17. Okay, let's expand and distribute here. 2 times the 4, 2 times the minus y. So we've got 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times minus y is minus 2y plus 5y. Bring down the equals, bring down the 17. Okay, let's collect like terms. The like terms here are the minus 2y and the plus 5y. So 5 minus 2, that's 3y, isn't it? So that's 3y equals 17. Let's drag and drop the a down there. 8. It's plus now because 5 minus 2 is plus 3. So it's 8 plus 3y equals 17. Let's eliminate the 8 from both sides. I'm going to subtract 8 from here. Sorry, not divide, we're going to subtract. Subtract 8, subtract 8 from both sides. So 8 minus 8 is 0, so we're left with 3y equals 17 minus 8. That's going to give us a value of 9. So all we have to do is divide both sides by 3 so we can get y, the value of that variable. So divide by 3. Divide by 3. That means y, 9 divided by 3, that's going to give us a y value of There's one of our variables, y equals 3. Now all we have to do is substitute into the next equation so we can find the value of x. So we're going to substitute that in equation number 2. Since we used 1, we're going to use 2 now. So we're going to substitute into equation number 2. So let's take that and put it into number 2 right there. You can put it into number 3, it'll work just as well, but I'm going to put it in number 2. Okay, y equals 3, we're going to substitute it right there. That y will go into that. So let me write the whole thing out again. So 3x plus 3y equals 12. Let me double check that I copied it. 3x plus 3y equals 12. 3x plus 3y equals 12. That y there is going to be replaced by that 3 there. We're going to put that 3 right there. So let's go 3x plus 3, and the y is 3. Y equals 3, there it is. So 3x, 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 9 equals 12. Now our outcome is to find this x by itself because we're looking for that variable. Let's solve for this. Let's subtract 9 from both sides. Minus 9 minus 9. Bring down the 3x. 3x equals 12 minus 9. That's going to give us a value of 3. Now all we have to do is divide both sides by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1x, so it's just x. Equals 3 divided by 3 is 1. So x equals 1. So the two unknown variables, now we know them. X equals 1 and y equals 3. Now if you want to see if you're correct, you want to confirm, all you have to do is take these two guys, substitute them into these two equations, and if the left-hand side equals the right-hand side, then you know you're correct. Hope that helps.